of course, we depend on weather conditions to see if we can see the northern lights.
No pressure here.
No pressure,
okay.
but that is the question. What's up for tonight?
Well, we still have some cloud cover that will be around for tonight, but you should be able to see peaks of it. And depending on which way you look, you should be able to see some of it. Not the whole sky of it, because there will be some cloud cover in the way. But worth a try, because tonight's another good view. All right. It's 4 degrees. It was a chillier day today. Yesterday we got to a high of 10. Today we got to a high of 5. We're already starting to cool for the day, mainly cloudy, but the winds are calm. The story tomorrow is that the winds will be gustier, but the temperatures will be warmer because the winds will be out of the south and southwest, and that will drag our temperatures into the teens. So in the morning, we don't have to deal with wind chill, just a sustained wind speed of 20 kilometers per hour, gusting up to 40 in the afternoon. So it's overall really a nice day, just a little on the windy side. That's your 24-hour forecast, brought to you by Fifth Avenue Volkswagen, where you can win your ride. See dealer for details or visit fifthavvw.com.
You know, always in November, it reminds me of the fact that it can be quite chilly as we get into this time of year, but it's still pretty warm. It's still pretty warm, and tomorrow will be quite toasty. A normal daytime high for Calgary is 3. We'll be up to 15 tomorrow. Wow. Comes at a bit of a price. You know, gusts 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. The price will be a little steeper south of the city. Waterton Lakes National Park will likely have gusts 90 kilometers per hour. Closer to Pincher Creek, Crow's Nest Pass, 70, especially kicking in later in the day tomorrow. Okay, 3 degrees is the temperature in the city. It's still double digits in Lethbridge. 8 is the current temperature in Medicine Hat and Pincher Creek. We did have a gust closer to those mid-50s in the Pincher Creek area, but all the other communities are not showing anything because no gusts registered today. One of those odd non-windy days in much of southern Alberta. However, this will all kick in for tomorrow. It will be very gusty. Further to the south, closer to the U.S. border, especially closer the further we get to the southwest corner, 90 kilometer per hour gusts possible. Pincher Creek looking at 70, and then everywhere else south of Calgary around 60. Calgary, we're looking at 40 to 50. So it will be a windy day. Those winds again will bring up our temperatures. You can see this Chinook arch that is built in today, that very defined line just off the mountains here. So that's what's in place along QE2, Highway 2. You saw it out there. That will remain in place tonight through tomorrow. All right, there you go. There's a look at it. All right, let's talk about the weather maker that's on the way for Thursday night. This is at 9:30 p.m. Thursday. We'll start to get some spillover. We'll kick off as rainfall, likely reaching as far to the east as Calgary. We may even see some of this in Lethbridge on Thursday night, and then this switches over to snow. So overnight and through the early morning hours, we'll get that first little wave in Calgary, and then that will slump to the south. We'll likely get a second wave in Calgary, which will be a little lighter. This will all be fairly short-lived. For the city, we're just looking at snow on overnight Friday into Friday morning, and then it clears out for the afternoon hours. So we're not looking at accumulating a lot. It'll be much like the last one, 1 to 2 centimeters possible in the city. Those higher elevations of our city will likely get closer to the 2 centimeters, and everywhere else we'll get about 1 centimeter. So the ground being so warm after tomorrow getting up to 15 degrees, it will all melt on contact with the pavement, the roads, and the sidewalk. May accumulate a little in the grass and on the rooftops. A couple centimeters for Pincher Creek, and a couple centimeters Cochrane in through Airdrie as well is possible Friday. 15 degrees is our high tomorrow with a windy day, and then Friday morning we have the snowfall. Check out your daytime high for Friday, just 2 degrees. Then we kick up to 9, so it's a stunning weekend. 9 degrees for Saturday and Sunday, mainly sunny skies with some cloudy periods at times. Sunday, though, we get a system that will roll in, and that will knock our temperatures down to the freezing point on Monday. So Sunday night and through Monday, expect a couple centimeters of snow, and this is more of a longer-term cool down. As you can see, for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week, even into next weekend, we're in those lower single digits. You might want to wear a ball cap tomorrow just to keep your hair, you know, in place, right?
Yeah, keep everything in place, yeah, and out of your eyes, your mouth. It's a windy one tomorrow. The further south you go, the windier it gets. You know, gusts up to 90 kilometers per hour in Waterton Lakes National Park, 70 to 80 for basically Pincher Creek over to Lethbridge. And for us here in Calgary, 40 kilometer per hour gusts, maybe even 50. 5 degrees was our little high today. 3 is what's normal, and that's where we're sitting at the moment. Check this out, though. We'll bump up to 15 degrees, so that's why we'll get the winds. It'll knock the temperatures way up into those mid-teens. Then by Friday, it's a very different story. Down to 2 degrees as a high, and this comes with snowfall in the morning, 1 to 2 centimeters. Then we get back to 9 for Saturday and Sunday on the weekend with a mix of sun and clouds. So a nice weekend, but slippery driving conditions Friday morning.
Well, we can't fight it too much longer, Danielle. Winter will eventually arrive.
We tried. We gave it everything we got, and winter will not arrive tomorrow, but we're going to get a taste of it, a short taste of it, on Friday. That's in the forecast. And then Monday. So, yeah, it's coming. 2 degrees is the temperature at the moment at the airport. Winds are relatively calm. It's been a fairly calm wind day. We've had no extreme gusts. It will be gustier tomorrow. So we'll drop to that freezing mark overnight. The winds will slowly start to pick up throughout the morning and then gusts up to 40, even 50 kilometers per hour in the afternoon. That comes with mainly sunny skies and a high of 15. Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Let's bring Danielle back in now as we get a look at our 5-day forecast.
And so tomorrow will be a very warm day. It will not feel like winter at all, just windy. After that, though, we get a good taste of winter. And if you're in the mountains, a big taste of winter because there is a snowfall warning in place for some areas. And I'll show you that in just a moment. Current temperatures, just 2 degrees in the city, 3 in Banff. So it's warmer in Banff than in Calgary right now. It's 8 in Pincher Creek, Lethbridge, and 7. Medicine Hat, freezing mark, Drumheller, and Brooks. So we had a calm wind day today. 56 kilometers per hour was the maximum in Pincher Creek, and everywhere else there were no gusts that registered at any of the reporting stations. So calm today, much gustier tomorrow, but that's going to increase the temperatures tomorrow into the teens for many areas, including Calgary. All right, there's that nice little Chinook setup that we've had. So while we've had lighter winds, it still was enough to set up. You can see the distinct line here, that nice little Chinook arch over QE2, Highway 2, down through Lethbridge, and we'll have that enhanced tomorrow as the winds pick up out of the west and the southwest for tomorrow. So that's a look at tomorrow. Some sunshine, but of course we have a Chinook arch that will mainly be in place, and temperatures will be quite toasty. Thursday night is when things start to switch gears. You will notice it. So rain will start to spill over and may make its way as far to the east as Calgary and Lethbridge. Again, this is Thursday night. I'm going to fast forward to Friday, and because temperatures will cool down so fast with this system, it will switch over to wet snow in the overnight areas and through the morning hours. We're not looking at huge amounts for Calgary. I'll show you amounts in just a moment. But you can see this wave by the afternoon out of Calgary and then slumping down to the far south. So we're dealing with it Friday morning in the city. When we look at amounts, 1 to 2 centimeters. This was likely in Calgary, so similar to the last round we had. This is what we're looking at for Calgary, Okotoks, High River, maybe a little more in Airdrie and Cochrane. This is incorrect data that's coming in for areas along the mountains with this system. So this is what I do want to show you. There is a snowfall warning in place for Kananaskis, Banff, up to Jasper, and these areas could see up to 30 centimeters of snow. Now, Banff town site looking at 2 centimeters, but higher elevations 15 to 30 centimeters. Good for the ski hills. All right, 15 degrees is our high for tomorrow. That comes with gusty conditions, especially in the afternoon. Calgary looking at 40 to 50 kilometer per hour gusts with mainly cloudy skies with some sunny breaks at times. Thursday night into Friday, rain switching over to wet snow, slippery road conditions 1 to 2 centimeters. A high of just 2 for Friday, but back to 9 with a mix of sun and cloud for the weekend.
That's very cool.
So cool.
Okay, let's see what's trending. I'm going to let Glenn weigh in on this one.
Yes.
Because these brave people certainly believe it is never too cold to go golfing. Full snow, Glenn. These golfers brave temperatures around minus 15.
Where can I join in?
Yes, that's right. In the Antarctic. This was the Clock Golf Championship. Clock Golf has 12 tee positions arranged like a clock. The hours on a clock around a central hole. It's typically played on grass, of course. This one was a little bit different to keep things fair. Everybody used the same style of club. There were golfers from a number of countries from around the world, including Canada.
Well, their putting wasn't very good, I'll say.
No, you're not doing this in 1 or 2 strokes, that's for sure.
Yes.
But they had fun. That's the main thing.
That is it. Yeah, the snow's going to hold you up, but it'll be fun. Okay, now to a crash course on candy making.
Shark with blue shoes, slides through the sea like he's got nothing to lose.
Okay, just watch this. This candy maker takes us through the steps of making this shark-shaped sweet. I wasn't sure where this was going at first, but so he makes the mold, and then there's some swinging and some pulling and some dicing. Quick.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how you get the little shark inside the hard candy. There are a lot of steps to this, but how cool is that?
Right?
I didn't know that's how hard candy was made.
Some people are so talented.
So clever.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, finally, here's some proof that the love of performing sometimes starts at a very young age.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you.
Okay, this is Luciano. When he was 3, belting out how sweet it is to be loved by you. He's now 9, and he is shot to fame after he appeared on Britain's Got Talent. Nearly 5 million people have watched this, and they certainly believe he's got what it takes to make it big.
Look at the moves.
He is very animated.
he's right
He
into it.
sings, he dances, like he engages the audience.
Oh, yeah, he's the next Bublé right there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cute little guy.
Skywatch weather camera. Look, it's not bouncing around. It's a beautiful, quiet night. Temperatures were not as warm today because we didn't have those strong winds out of the west. They will pick up once again out of the southwest predominantly for tomorrow. So it'll be a windy day, but temperatures will be much warmer than the little 5 that we got today. We're sitting at 2 at the moment and normal is 3. So today temperatures were around where they should be for this time of year. Looking at other places across the country, 9 for Victoria and Vancouver, 6 in Edmonton, and way out in St. John's, Newfoundland. One of the hot spots in the country, 13 degrees is where they got up to today. 2 right now in the city at the freezing mark, Drumheller through Brooks, but still hanging on to 7 and 8 in Medicine Hat and Lethbridge and Pincher Creek. All right, we had this Chinook set up here. You can see that distinct line. It's starting to break up at this point, but it will kick in again for late tonight and tomorrow because we'll be in a Chinook pattern, and that's what will get us up to the 15. So this is your 24-hour forecast brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed Rider, it's free. 0 in the overnight hours, and we will not have to deal with wind chill in the morning. We're looking at winds out of the southwest up to 20 kilometers per hour, so that will be enough to get us close to 6 degrees by 8 a.m. And then in the afternoon, it will start to get quite gusty, up to 40, even 50 kilometers per hour. Mainly sunny skies by then, and a high of 15 degrees. So toasty and windy is the story in all of southern Alberta tomorrow. 11 degrees in Kelowna, 10 in Fernie, showers in Golden, Fernie, Salmon Arm, Kelowna for tomorrow. But on our side of the Rockies, it is dry for tomorrow for the most part in Edmonton and Red Deer. Olds looking at 14, Coronation 12, Lethbridge 18 and windy, Medicine Hat, it will be gusty. Closer to the U.S. border around Waterton Park, 90 kilometer per hour gusts. Pincher Creek 70. Tara?
Thank you, Danielle. Wow, what an adventure that will be in Spain.
Yeah.
Good for him. Wow. Okay, final look at the forecast.
Okay, and we talked about, you know, fighting and holding off winter as long as we could. We saw a little taste of it. We're getting another taste of it, but it's pretty tame in considering, you know, what they'll get in higher elevations in the mountains, 30 centimeters. So for the ski hills, great, and for us, a lot less. 15 degrees, though, tomorrow. It will be windy. So warm and windy tomorrow is the story. By Friday, especially late Thursday night into Friday morning, 1 to 2 centimeters of snow, just a high of 2 on Friday. So there's your taste of winter. But then look at that. We're back into fall-like weather, 9 degrees for Saturday and Sunday. All right, I received many stunning photos from many of our lovely viewers of the Aurora Borealis. And I wanted to feature a name that I haven't featured before. Brian Graftis sent this in from Didsbury. Your weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. Brian, thank you for this. And to all the others that sent in such beautiful photos.
And look again tonight, because it's supposed to be good tonight, too.
Absolutely.
After around 8 o'clock. Thanks for your company tonight. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.